Hi everyone, I wanted to show you today a quick exercise that I use to help students practice the inversions of chords. When students are starting to get out of root position when they're playing chords, you might want to actually drill them somehow in the different inversions. Now, while you could go chromatically through first inversions or second inversions, just as you might with root position, I think it's actually better to do it in a musical way by using a 1-4-5-1 progression. So in the key of C, which we'll start in, 1-4-5-1 would be the C chord, the F chord, the G chord, and the C chord. Now in root position, that's obviously quite easy for most students if they've got a basic chord vocabulary. But if you then put a restriction on them and say, all right, after the first chord, you can only use the next nearest inversion of whatever chord's coming up, then it becomes a little bit more of a challenge. So what we're going to be getting students to do is start with a C in root position and then ask themselves, okay, I need an F chord next. What is the next nearest inversion of F that I can go to from this C chord? And if the student is thinking, they'll realize that for a lot of these chord changes, one note will always stay the same. So in the case of this chord here, and I would ask my student, don't tell them, get them to work it out. Which chord note is the same in a C chord and an F chord? And they can actually practice it by playing a C chord in one hand and an F chord in the other hand. Lo and behold, what have we? Both thumbs on C. So that becomes our anchor. Then you ask them, okay, well, where do these two fingers need to go to make an F chord? Ah, here. That's your nearest inversion of F. That's where we want to go next. So we go C, F. Now, between F and G, are there any similar notes? No, they're all different. So we just move the whole shape up. Now we've got to get to a C chord again. Are there any notes that are the same between this G chord we're playing and a C chord? Now let's play a C chord over the top. What's the same? G is the same. So that's now our pivot. What happens to these two notes to get to a C chord? We move them up one each and we change to a second finger. So we've got... And now the student's job is to start here and keep the process going. Where's the nearest F chord? Oh, root position. G root position. C major in second inversion. Start here. C, F, G, and then we are back in root position C major. And if they can do that with the left hand as well. Repeat, starting again. Start again. And if they're getting good at that, then you can potentially do minor chords. With a G, you could either do the minor chord, or you could do it with a raised seventh, etc. Or you can move up and try them in a different key. Maybe going straight to a black key might be a little bit more tricky. So maybe try starting on some other white notes first. But that is a great exercise for students. They could do one a week. All right, now you've got to do the inversion progression in the key of G or G minor, whatever it is, and make sure they're always going to the nearest new progression. They'll get that feeling and that sense of the economy of movement that happens when you move between inversions in chords, and that is a great skill for them to have. Let me know what you think and if you've got any questions.
If you enjoyed today's video, then please make sure you click to subscribe. And if you're a music teacher looking for help with any aspect of your teaching, studio or business, then make sure you check out topmusicpro.com for all our membership details.